joining me tonight. I'm on my way back. Gotta get ready to do this ceremony. This is your first time in my life. My name is Chief Apostle Samuel Euler Jr. I am the apostle and pastor of Apostolic Faith of Jesus Christ Incorporated. I am deeply rooted in ATRs, that's an African traditional religion, which we harness, direct, and disperse energy, frequency, and vibration. To each and every one of you guys, salutations. Assalamu alaikum. To each and every one of you guys that are following me, supporting Chief Apostle Samuel the Jr. I had some good days. I've had some sleepless nights. Not many, but I had some. But I want to say to each and every one of you guys, after y'all chiming in, what's up, Jeremy? I want to say this is a night where energetically I want to share my testimony and a partial of the encouragement that I got. So I want you guys to know what, when it comes to leadership, somebody's out there, as Demetrius say, working hard and conjure for you. What's up, love? And then my Demetrius in the house. Now, these are the things that people need to understand about me. That I'm a Sagittarius, Moon in Aries, and Rising on Pisces. And I was talking to one of my daughters in the church, and I've always told her, and she gets caught up in these situations quite often. There she go, Tree Runner. What's up, my Aries, and then my baby Scorpio? And she find herself in a situation, and she say all the time, I don't like when I tell you something because then I look like a liar. And right now we're going through, me and her going through something, and I know that it's gonna be brought to pass, but because of what somebody else is doing, this is why I teach you don't count your biddies until they hatch. This is why I, as a leader or elder, never count something until it's in my hand, unless it's in my zeal. You cannot manifest, you cannot move forward unless you have your biddies. You can't move forward if you don't have your biddies. And the reason why I say this, I've been going from one situation to the next situation, and keeping not only my confidence in God and the Orishas and Loas. And let me tell y'all something. When I say God is moving by his spirit and by his power, that is a real thing. A part of me teaching and sharing, and I got a class, I have two classes coming up. I got to get done. It's my psychic class and my conscious class. I want to make sure that I'm up to par when I'm doing work, when I'm doing classes, when I'm doing teaching. And I also want to be the type of person, I want to be example of the things that I talk about, I preach about. Thank you, Demetrius, for that donation. And I'm gonna tell you why it's significant. We have enough people out here not practicing what they preach. We got enough people not only falling short, but they not even coming close to what they profess. And it's a big deal to me when it comes down to conjure and mysticism and the ATRs that I represent truly and authentically what I say I am and what I say I'm doing. So one of the things that happened, I've been handling business with everything else. So I'm still in with the health thing, but I'm progressing. So my son calls me my Pisces, my middle board, and I'm going to talk about certain people that reach out to me and why encouragement. Somebody can't give you encouragement unless they're able to give you confidence, support, and hope. You can't support somebody or encourage somebody in something you don't believe. I'm going to explain this. When my son called me and we were talking about, and he was giving his example of why he's so proud of me, because that's the way he was talking about. And he said, Dad, I'm very proud of you, what you've been through. What's up there, my Boaz? And he said, I got classmates, I got co-workers. You know, he said, I got one of these friends that I got, and he said that his dad has a drinking problem, and the son said he gonna enjoy the time he got with him because he already know that he gonna stop drinking. So I was trying to see where Josh was headed with that, and he said, Dad, I never doubted that you weren't gonna do what you needed to do for you. He said, I don't have to worry about you not taking and doing what you need to do. Let me tell you something. And he said these words to me. He said, Dad, you can want something for somebody all day long, but they gotta want it. I'm gonna say that again. He said, Dad, somebody can want something for you all day long, but if you don't want to do it, ain't nothing you can do. And he said the son already accepted that he gonna lose his daddy at an early age because of not just the condition, but his attitude towards it, your condition. I'm gonna tell you something. Mother Susan talked to me about this too. Everybody that go through certain trials don't be confident. A lot of people, for what I've gone through, and as much as I've gone through, a lot of people that gave up. A lot of people can't encourage you because they can't even see themselves coming through that. You can't give me confidence in a God that's a healer or a protector or a deliverer when you don't have that level of confidence. You can be sympathetic. I don't even think you can be empathetic. I think you can be sympathetic. Because it takes something to, everybody can't encourage everybody. The reason why Donald Trump was holding Elon Musk and encouraging him, because he done lost a lot, but he gaining a lot too, but he losing a lot. So somebody like that in your situation that has overcome is a better witness of encouragement, confidence. A lot of times I look at even members in my church, and I look at them and they give up so easy. They if it don't come in a certain time. The Bible talks about Abraham had unwavering faith. Let me tell you something. To operate in certain levels of the ATRs, you're going to have an unwavering faith. You can't be that type of individual that need encouragement, support, help 24/7. You're not learning nothing. You're not growing. I want y'all to understand, it's easier for me to encourage you than you to encourage me. Because I have overcome so many obstacles. I have come through so many situations, and so much similar to some of the things that you guys have been through. And some of the things I've been through, you ain't never been through. You ain't never dealt with it. You ain't never had nobody handle you like that. You ain't have nobody challenge you like that. I want us to be able to help and support each other where it's realistic, where it's rational, and you're not busting your blood vessels trying to be there for somebody that you don't have the capacity. I'm gonna say it again. You don't even have the capacity. You couldn't even imagine some of the things that I deal with. And through that, I'm still doing country. When I say certain things, ladies and gentlemen, it's really coming from a place of love. It's coming from a place where you should understand that it's a lot of pressure. Even when you make a certain placement, I got 4,000 subscribers, but only so many support, only so many show up on these lives. That's what I mean by counting your business. What's really popping? Who's really showing up? Who's 100? When I say 100, I'm talking about not like some people get on the live and check in and then they go to bed. I don't text you and then tell you I'm doing conjure if I'm not. I don't tell you that I'm not working on your case when I'm not. I don't tell you I'm praying when I'm not. I don't get a chance to take off, even if it's something going on with me. Because a warfare that's what it is. A warfare. I want y'all to get into these ATRs for the right reason. Have an understanding of how it is important that you never and you strive to never. I got a situation. Give you an example. I talked to my god sister. She's making the cakes for Sister Calvina for the Orishas, right? And I ordered some more cakes in addition. But the point is, I told Sister Calvina what had happened, and then I told her also that I was supposed to she's supposed to get back to me on 24. But I did tell Sister Calvina what the issue was. So she just called me back today to confirm that she's gonna get it done, and I'm gonna go pick them up from Tampa next Friday. I always make sure people know what time it is. And I'm gonna tell you why. If you fall behind the deadline of something, then people, first of all, they shouldn't have to call you, because now you realize it's past the deadline, so you should call them. And then on top of that, sir and ma'am, I let her know. I said, well, I didn't tell her yet because she just called me tonight. So I'm gonna call her and let her know that I'll be going to get the cakes. What I'm trying to do to teach y'all how to interact with people where there's not trouble, there's not confusion, there's not I'm trying to say, I guess I would say disappoint me, but if you are well informed about what's going on, then you have a better idea. That's why when it comes to my website, and if you notice, and you ain't got to apply this, sir, ma'am, you ain't got to apply this at all, but when you dealing with people that you need a group, because some of my manifestation spells on my website, like the 13th circle, even the services about me coming to community and cities, those take people. Until black people find this important, necessary, imperative, then they're gonna always be stragglers. Now I have to do a class without the necessary people. I have to take a financial hit because I can't keep dragging people along with the 13th circle. I can't wait on people for the contra class. Can't be waiting on people for the site class. All of that, there's a cost. And so therefore, I keep my prices there because I look for a certain amount of people to be a part of it. And that allows me to keep my prices where they are. But I can't keep affording to take financial hits and call myself trying to build a church, call myself trying to travel. Those are unnecessary expenses. So, but what I am going to do is accommodate my clients. the ones that did participate, and then I'm gonna make up the slack. When you think about how many times I normally give away stuff, how many times somebody falls short, and when you fall short, that sets me back. But what I do is I get up and make something happen. People got to understand that meant when both different ones, I'm telling you, Demetrius, Ryan, Love, different ones that y'all personally contact me and talk to me or share certain things with me. I'm telling you as a leader how important and how necessary that is. What's up there, Curtis? What's up, man? People still expect you to function and to I guess the word would be have no problem with them. I'm not a type of person that operates like that. You should be aggressive when you know you done gave somebody your word. And if you can't do anything about the present situation, you know what you ought to do? You ought to communicate. If you giving days, you giving times, that's just like in the church world. We prophesy to people, don't they? We tell people, oh, this is gonna come to pass by this time in Thanksgiving or the holidays, or it's gonna come. If you talk to my clients, if I tell them something is gonna go down, and me and Demetrius had a conversation, two conversations, but he told me about something was going on, and I told him that I read the situation, but I said it's gonna come through. But this is what my thing is. People don't call me or people don't consult with me because I'm sitting there giving them some empty words of encouragement. My words are insightful, my words are calculated, and I understand people's plight when they're going through something. Some of you think I don't understand that you are not financially able to do some of the things you would like to do. This is why I tell you, when you have money, do what you're supposed to do. And when you do what you're supposed to do, when you I ain't gonna say you broke, but I will say that you in between blessings. Gee, you don't have to worry about not having what you need because you already took care of that. The same thing I am out here trying to do for my health, trying to put myself in the best situation. I teach and I share and I do this with my kids. Every 10 years, it's another decade if God lets you live. My point is to bringing that up. I'm 52. I don't expect to be trying to build this church in my 60s. So I got 8 years to make it do what it do. If it happened, it happened. If it don't, it just don't. Because I'm not gonna be putting my health on the line trying to manifest, and especially with the type of people that I have. Unless God send me a different type of people, half of the people coming to my church don't even believe in God. God is not first. And the church has done so much damage that a lot of times I tolerate stuff, because when you in the church, you can't make, it's not like a job. You can't make nobody do nothing. They gotta want to come to church. They gotta want to support. A lot of times people don't realize I don't fearmonger. I don't do gimmicks. I don't run revivals or none of that other stuff that churches use to bring in money. I also don't get government funding. Now that sounds good, but that means I've worked my ass off to pay the church bills, to pay whatever I got going on. I make sacrifices, even though some people don't come through. They take their money and do other things with it. That's the type of stuff that I deal with when it comes down to ministry and whatever. And when I tell people I can't afford to give you free consultation, I can't afford, because I don't get taken care by the church. It sounds good when you hear me, oh, I work and take care of myself. So how can I afford to allow people to get free products or to get free services or any of that stuff? Because my gift make room for me. So I utilize my gift to manifest, and that's what made encouragement so important, because I take a lot of slack, and I put myself in positions to help people, and when I say this, when you support me, when you giving off, I want you to know I seriously appreciate your support. Do not think at any time that I don't appreciate what people do and what people give and what people say, because I do. But I got to keep it moving, because I don't have that type of support. I have support, but I don't have that type of support. And I just want y'all to know that when I'm telling you about situation and circumstance, because I don't want you to get caught out here and then you failing in endeavors or undertaking, or just like running a business and having a job. That takes a lot of energy. Running a business, having a job, and got a man or woman at home, that's a lot. Running the business, having a job, and got kids. Everything you add onto yourself. Your next question: do I have the energy to do this, or can I afford to pay for somebody to do this for me so I'll be okay? That's all I'm trying to teach you. I just appreciate each and every one of y'all that be out here and supporting me with physical support. Let me tell y'all something. If you think you tired, what you think I am? If you think you fed up with people, how you think I feel? And it's people out there that encourage me, and testimonies come across, and I say, you know what? Keep pushing. Keep pushing. Keep pushing. I don't want nobody to think this is easy, because it's not. People use this example or excuse, and I feel like it's an excuse. But you chosen. You've been gifted all since you've been born. It doesn't negate the hard work I got to still apply. I don't know why people think because I have a good job, because I come from money, that I don't get challenged. My moon is in Aries. My moon is in Aries. God got a challenge for everybody ass. If he got a challenge for Donald Trump. They're attempting they're attempting to roll back, but nothing good or evil come easy. I really wish people stop saying that, because they think that because you got certain things and they ain't got it, it makes it easier for you. This makes it more challenging. I have manifold trial. That means many. Sometimes back to back. Back to back. But I can't stop, because I don't want to die. I don't want to be defeated. I'm just trying to tell you, I really appreciate sound encouragement. And I want some of you to understand is when you fall back on what you say, it sets me back. And because I make up the difference, I make up the time, don't mean you still don't owe what you owe. And some of you don't realize you don't give me nothing extra. I gotta make whatever you give me. Originally, if it came when you told me, I'd have been fine. But now I gotta put something with it. Now I gotta put something with it. So please, I got a ceremony to do tonight for one of my ancestor manifestation. And that's gonna take a lot of energy out of me, which that come along with terror. So I gave my baby Scorpio my word that I was doing it live. And a lot of times I thought I was gonna get some rest, but as you see, I'm in full swing. So I wanted to come on tonight, not only keep my word, but give you something realistic to look forward to. A realistic, and ask yourself some questions, and saying why it is easy for you to not keep your word. Certain people, I don't have no problem. And some of y'all, let me tell you something. Some of y'all be making promises off of what somebody is gonna do. Stop doing that. Stop making promises or commitment. Even if somebody say you're gonna receive your check the first of the month, you can't make no commitment until your check is clear in the bank. You can't even just get the check, because if it ain't clear, you still can't do nothing. Y'all learn how to communicate, and when other things, I never count when somebody tell me they're doing something, and that's that. I take it back. I happened a couple of times. Even when somebody said, "Oh, Apostle," and they have always at that time given what they said. Once you do me, you stiff me like that, I don't care how you could be faithful 10 times. I ain't gonna never put myself out like that, because I have done that. I'm a Sag. I put myself out there based on what somebody said, and because they have shown me a track record, and then something come up, whatever that reason is, intentional or unintentional. At the end of the day, I said I got it, and I got to make up the difference when I don't get it. So I hope this encourages you, because I feel encouraged. I hope that this gives you a better understanding of what real spiritual work is, real manifestation work, and like I showed some of you guys, I sunbathing, my crystals, all of that take energy, all that take work. And then some and you see how big those crystals are. Somebody got to put that stuff back up and put it in position. And you know that's somebody? Me. You think because I ain't on a job that I ain't working? Mother Susan said, "Apostle, even though you ain't going by the word, you still working. And you know, it looked like you working more than you did when you was at UPS. It's a lot of work. I don't want to lie to nobody and pretend nobody. If you gonna do real conjure, you be really ready to put that work in. All right? I'm about to get off. I want to say thank you so much for even chiming in on tonight. But I got this big ceremony because I'm working with Egun tonight, and I got to make sure I got the Ache and the Chi and the Prana. Okay? So my hands getting tired holding the phone. All right. God bless you. I'll talk to y'all